All right, here we are again with Quantum Cafe and the Lounge. Time warping wherever we go. Conversations will happen from a multitude of multidimensionary experiences, and this is a hub for interstellar insights, navigating through the matrix and all the wild things that happen when we're doing all of these upshifts and wild metaphysical modalities that are now apparent upon us through the age of Aquarius and this photonic band. So I am the cosmic messenger, and I am here with you today, time warping wherever I go, to talk a little bit about the fifth dimensional experience that occurs and what that really means with this whole light body integrations. Hope you're all having a magical, wild, and adventurous day out there. For the record, if people don't realize that this whole picture is multidimensional, multiverse, interstellar, wild times, then they're just not conscious of it, and they're having these experiences on a regular basis. That said, what is fifth dimensional action? So, everything's multidimensional, and we're using them all simultaneously, and they're synchronizing at all times, no matter what we're doing. You can have different baselines of operations. Think of it as the viewpoint of your lens of where you're operating from. So you can operate from any of the dimensions. Particularly on Earth, we're moving from a 3-dimensional perspective to a 5th dimensional one. Some of us are already there, others are making the leap, but we're all evolving together at the same time. So when they talk about 5th dimensional light body experiences, that's the whole idea of becoming enlightened. Like the word says, you are lightening up. So you're realizing, what happens is you realize you have an energy body, and it has a multitude of cosmic parts. Some call it the higher self, the essence self, the astral bodies, etheric doubles, etc., etc. And all of these crone and maiden bodies and divine masculine and feminine meet, all in the one. And when they fuse with our physical body that we have now, then you are entering 5th dimensional operations. At first, it can be a little bit slower. It's not an instant integration, but it's merging your energy body and fusing it into the rest of your auric field and your physicality, so you bring it with you everywhere you go. Light particles change in our skins. We realize that everything's made out of energy. Our whole entire body goes through a recalibration process, which for every person it's completely different and will have so many different lengths, but it's not happening overnight. Maybe the realization is sudden, but these things take time. Quantum time. So as you're integrating into your 5th dimensional baseline of operations, the vibration and the frequencies also change. Your reality before no longer applies, and things function in a completely different way. So you're bringing in alternate new realities, big realizations, and fusing them into your body, literally into your bones, into your cells, and into your DNA. And as we bring this into ourselves, bringing all the different parts from our Christed consciousness to the galactic cord, to just bringing in the fact that we have energy everywhere we go. I mean, we're eating energy, we're breathing energy, we're tasting and seeing energy. And if you zoom into anything close enough, it's all fractals, Fibonacci sequences, and particles. So the integration process wants to become crystalline, so that we have a new formula to work with, a new alchemy. So the codons inside our DNA start to shoot off in different ways because we're more conscious of them. And with that process, we bring that energy body slowly closer to ourselves. And then eventually it integrates. It becomes a merger of both. A lot of elements in your life will become more instantaneous, let's say. And then we will release all of these densities. So then the toxins in the body, all of them, from fears and judgments, distortions, victimization, healing timelines, anger, you name it, it all comes up to the surface. That's when you know you're in the process. So the fourth dimensionary experiences merge the two together. We are all of them combined. So to keep that in check, when you go through these processes, be mindful of them and be, respect yourself. This is billions of years all fusing into one timeline. But the cool part about living in the now, right now, during these wild accelerated times on Earth, is that the acceleration process for birthing these new processes brings the light body together. The third dimension, operating with fourth dimensional astral qualities, merge with the fifth. We also will realize that light and sound creates the multiverse. And just by channeling an affirmation or getting a cosmic download, that you can then integrate more of these elements into yourself. It's a heart-centered experience also with the fifth dimensional, which really taps into the Pleiades. And operating from that perspective. So the emerald heart that they talk about. Or perhaps the green ray center, the heart chakra. And then on the sides we have olive green and pale rose pink, pale pink. And those all make up the totality of the main base of operations for your heart-centered experience. And with that love-centered experience, realizing that that is the very thing that governs the universe, all of the laws meeting together into one. That is a third element that becomes, so you got your physical, 3D, you got your light body, fifth dimension, and then you have the heart-centered experience, which merges them all together. Because the heart is the astral bridge. So when you put that fusion of all three of them together, that's when we create a fifth dimensional experience. Now, upshifting, up-leveling, we are working towards making it a permanent state of operations. Permanent that then we can grow and evolve from at that point. Also with the fifth dimensional experience, meeting from the fourth dimension in the middle, you get all sorts of animal spirit guides, channeling, your own spirit guides, tones, lights flashing, sensory activity. For all of us, we have different ways that we navigate. But those ESP's senses will shoot off and become ignited. And once you know that that's happening too, you're on route to this path. Now you can make any choice you want. You can veer off that path. Or you can stay exactly where you are and not evolve as much as you want to. Or we can go way off the path and create a whole new set of parameters. You'll also notice that with a fifth dimensional light body integration, energy essence, that your whole reality will change. Now I said before that everything will not function the way it did before, and that includes a lot of the places where you live. You might be drawn to a new area. Friendships, partnerships may dissolve and reformulate, because as your frequencies rise, you're tapping into more gamma waves, then you are coming closer to attracting your true authentic self in the avatar bodysuit form that we're in. And then you can vibrate that frequency out wherever you go and attract new things, new ways of living, and other people, beings, have their frequencies, and then they can match and meet into the middle. It's quite exciting times. So that's just like a brief overview of what's going on in terms of the ascension process when people talk about a fifth dimensional baseline of operations. It's very much hyper cosmic, multidimensionary. So, for those who are going through that experience, welcome in. And for others who are just watching this video for the first time, be aware that during these wild times, this is what we're working towards. but it's going to be all the dimensions. The infinite ones that we have will all merge into one anyways, because we're using them all. But we are going to move from a less physical experience, and it's going to be more of an energy buildup. That's why all these modalities, all these healing techniques, and wild third eye openings, crown chakra extensions, galactic cords, and these home videos that we're doing. Everybody's going no wave. The 70s, New York, early 80s, grab the Super 8 camera and make your own video. Well, we're doing them. This is the outside of the regular media, and we're here speaking to you. So, all the best with those integrations. Stay tuned for more, and have yourself a most celestial interstellar day. And you're beautiful.